Good morning, world. This your girl Sade with Sade Speaks, and I am back at it again. Before I start talking about anything, I think it's really important for me to, every time I come on, to thank you guys for encouraging me, for supporting me, because you don't have to, you choose to, and I choose to thank you for it. I really appreciate y'all. You guys have no idea what your support does. It really helps me to not give up, because again, this is like really out of my comfort zone. I'm getting more comfortable with it now. I'm sure you guys can tell, but this is something that I've been embracing rather. But anyway, I hope you guys had a lovely weekend, a great week. We got Thanksgiving next week. I'm super excited because I got a whole week off. So yeah, the teachers, I know we are celebrating. We got a week off from our class children. But no, um so I read something that I want to share. I read something and that I want to share with you guys. The worst enemy probably the worst enemy of enthusiasm is time. Um, think about it. When kids first get a toy, they love it, they play with it, and then after a while, don't want it anymore. That time has come. Over time, they don't want it anymore. They don't want to play with it no more. Um, when we get a new job, we're so excited about it. We do everything right. I'm definitely talking about myself. We be excited about it. We look forward to going there, and then after a while, as time, over time rather, it's just not the same joy, right? Um, Even with our cars or with our relationships, a new relationship, it could be a friendship, a romantic relationship, whatever the case may be. When we first have a relationship with someone, regardless of what type of relationship it is, we are excited about it. It's a lot of joy. We want to be around that person all the time. And then over time, that enthusiasm kind of like die out. um and we can apply this to our Christian walk. On our Christian walk, I can speak for myself. When I first really understood what a relationship with God was like, I was so excited. I'm talking about, you could not get that Bible out of my hand. That's all I did was read, because I was just like, I wanted to know so much. I was so eager to knowing more. I wanted to be a part of a ministry. I wanted to help. Like, I'm super grateful for God saving me and showing me grace and mercy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly understand what he did for me, and I'm so grateful for it, which is why I don't mind going hard for him. But over time, um my enthusiasm, or my joy, or my intimacy with Christ begin to fade out. And I know I'm not the only person who go through that on their walk. Like, I see it around, but I'm talking about Sade today. I noticed that it kind of fades out. Um, and you begin to feel weary. Like, I'm tired of doing the upright thing. I see everyone else just living a good life, not even thinking about God. They living their best life. And and then, the comparisons come in. And comparison is like the thief of joy. Because really, I have the best life because I have a relationship with God. But at times the enemy will have you feeling like, oh, like, I'm just tired of this. I'm tired of working, or I'm tired of being kind to people who are nasty to me. I'm tired of um withholding my self-control, like holding my self-control rather, exhibiting it, showing that I have it when people test me. um or I'm tired of just, you know all the things that Christ asks us to do on this walk is very radical. If you guys don't agree, continue to read, continue to live. Like, read God's teachings. His teachings, in my opinion, are radical because they're completely different and on the other end of the spectrum than what the world wants you to do. You get mad at somebody and they go off you, the world say go back off on them. The Lord says show self-control. You know what I'm saying? When somebody's going out their way to be nasty to me, the Lord tells me to be kind and pray for those who persecute me. The world say get back at them. You see what I'm saying? So at times we get tired of doing that. I get tired of doing that. Let me talk about Jasmine. I can't speak for y'all, but I can speak for Jasmine Sade. Um, Sometimes I get tired of doing that. So I'm finna go right into my transparent moment to break it down to y'all, so I can show you exactly what I mean. So this week at work, I feel like the enemy always comes at me either through work or my personal relationship with people in my life, because those are the things that I love and I'm passionate about. And that's how he gets me off my course. I've been feeling it already. That spiritual warfare is real, y'all. But that's another day to talk about just solely on that. But I just want y'all to know that it's really real. And I have been experiencing it too. I have been experiencing it on a whole different level this week. But I'm thankful though, because with God's strength, I was able to show self-control. But deep down inside, I didn't want to, which is where this topic is coming from today. I was mad that I had to show self-control. I was tired of doing the right thing, right? So, I'm an educator, and it's certain things that educators have to do, i.e., lesson plans, trainings, um, learning how to be teachable so you can do other things to help your students out as well. So we're gonna start with the lesson plans, because everybody who know me know that is my struggle. My friends laugh at me every week, and I say, "Oh, it's lesson plan time." It's not that lesson plans are difficult for me to do. I just think the format doesn't make sense. That's just my opinion. So that was the struggle with work this week. Um, the struggle was, it was an individual at my job, who knows that I'm pretty good at what I do. Well, I teaching is a gift. God gave me the gift, so I am good at what I do. And I do lesson plans, but I do it my way. The way to me in my head makes sense because I'm the one in the classroom teaching. Do I actually go word for word from a lesson plan? No, educators don't need to do that. And it's a difference between educators and teachers, but that's a whole nother chat, not today. Um, but what I'm getting at is, I do lesson plans, but not the way that my job wants me to do them. When I first got there, y'all, I was super excited. La da da. I was doing everything by the book. Over time, I'm tired of this. That's just pretty much where I'm at. So it's an individual who's at our school this year, and she's only doing her job, right? And she's telling me, hey, I need you to do lesson plans in this format, not your way. And I was struggling with being obedient to that. And sometimes we do that. Sometimes when logically in our head it don't make sense, we challenge it, right? Um, and then when the other person don't see it your way, you don't see it their way, then conflict comes. That's what took place this week. Not conflict to where we're exchanging nasty words, but conflicts where I'm giving my perspective, they're giving their perspectives, but our perspectives do not agree. And the end result was Sade, Miss Reed, was struggling with being obedient to what they wanted me to do. And God is amazing, y'all. When I tell you, he always have his kids in position. It's always somebody in position to help his children. Always. So there's a young lady at my job who is also a child of God. And me and her sit down, we just having this conversation. I'm gonna tell you how she blessed me. We having this conversation today, that Friday, and I'm telling her, like, no, logically it doesn't make sense, blah, blah, blah. And she looked at me and she said, Miss Reed, you are absolutely right. Logically, it does not make sense. She said, but you are a child of God. And we are ordered to, well, we as children of God, rather, we understand that it's obedience over sacrifice. And not only that, just because something doesn't make sense doesn't mean that we don't have to be obedient, because at the end of the day, the Lord ordered us to have a certain respect for the authority that's over us. That could be officers, that could be principals, your supervisors, because he put them in that position for that reason, to supervise. So as a child of God, I understand that I don't work for man, I work for him. I work for God. So if God expects obedience from me, even if I feel like it doesn't make sense in certain situations, that's what I need to do. That humbled me. It really humbled me and it stuck with me. And then she was right. I received that. But after I left out her classroom, I got this 5-paragraph email by this same individual who keep trying to press me. And it's not, I'll be here all day trying to explain. It's really the intent behind the email that got me so upset, that I had to exhibit self-control. And y'all, I was mad. I was so upset. I was really battling. That's why I said warfare is real, because my flesh wanted to go ham. But my spirit said, nope, you're not going to do that. You're going to hold self control. In that moment, I was so frustrated. I became so weary. Like, Lord, why do I always have to exhibit kindness or self control? Or, like, I have to do the things I have to do things that you ask me to do when I don't want to. And sometimes in moments when you don't want to is when like that spirit just has full control. The spirit had full control over me Friday, but I was really, really vexed inside. I was only vexed because it was that arrogance or that ego, my flesh. That's all it was. Me battling with my flesh because my flesh said, "Do what you want, forget what she say. Look how she came at you. Get at her, la la la, go ham." But my spirit was like, "No, you gonna show self control because you belong to God. That's not how you act." And in that moment, I was weary. I was so beat Friday. I was tired physically and mentally. I was just tired. I'm not gonna say I wanted to give up, but I was just really frustrated that I had to do the right thing. I know in life we all go through those moments. Why I got to be the one to do the right thing? He doing this, they doing that. Why I got to be the one to be kind and show joy and exhibit the fruits of the spirit? Why I have to do all that? Why I got to pray for people who be mean to me? Why I can't just snap on them? Cause that's what God asked you to do, child of God. Like, I had a real teachable moment Friday, and nobody had to. Well, the Spirit taught me, showed me the error in my way, um, and I'm so grateful for that. So I guess my message to you guys is: I know at times we go through things where we're just so frustrated, we don't want to do the right thing, we want to get mad and just do what we want, but we can't. We can't get tired of doing the things God asks us to do because we have the better reward in the end. The reward is great. It really is. And some people feel like, well, I don't want to have to go to heaven to experience the reward. No, you experience it here too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you experience that here too. That mercy, that grace, those are gifts that God don't have to give to you, that He does. You experience it here when you are obedient. You experience it here when you don't get weary, that you keep fighting, you keep doing what He wants you to do, even when you don't want to. The reward is great. Y'all, I hope this blessed y'all. It definitely helped me get myself together this week. It really did. Well, more so Friday, but I have been battling it all week. But Friday was like the cream of the crop. And I'm so grateful that the spirit, that God has someone in place to plant that seed. And I'm also glad that when I was by myself, He allowed the spirit to work on me because I was really angry and I didn't have to be. That was nothing but my flesh. At the end of the day, doing God's word is not easy, but it is rewarding. It is a great fulfillment on the inside. Like, it just makes you feel so good. So don't get tired of doing it. Don't get tired. Fight. Don't grow weary. Continue to stay in there. Continue to exhibit that self-control because we are glorifying God when we do that. And I had to learn that this week. I love y'all. I hope this bless y'all. You guys have a lovely Sunday. It's beautiful out. Make sure y'all get God word in today, y'all. I love y'all. Peace.